Let's take it ahead. This is the Moza Mini P, your go-to gimbal for smartphones, action cameras, compact cameras and light mirrorless cameras. And this is an in-depth review for this super awesome all-in-one gimbal. Hi, I'm Altaf and let's begin with what do we get in the Moza Mini P box. Moza has made an amazingly compact case for this gimbal to be carried around very easily. The handle around the case will certainly make it very easy to carry around. The lock to the case is extremely sturdy, and there we have it, the Moza Mini P in itself. In the box, you will find this manual which I read through multiple times to understand balancing. Here is the Moza Mini P in itself. And boy, this is a heavy gimbal in comparison to the other mobile gimbals. We also get this tripod that can be attached at the bottom of the gimbal, and in my use case I have found it to be really handy. We also have in the box an L bracket which is already provided by Moza, in which you can mount your camera. Here is a mount for your mobile phones. You can mount your mobile both vertically and horizontally on this gimbal. Moza also provides its camera connect wire directly in the box. And one of the best things that it is a USB-C charging gimbal. So there you have it. This is all that you get in the Moza Mini P box. Don't go on the tiny look of Moza Mini P. It weighs only 710 grams with a running time of up to 20 hours, comes with a maximum payload of 900 grams, which means Moza Mini P is capable of carrying Sony A7 series cameras, and you can find the list of all compatible cameras on its website. Well, setting up of the gimbal does take some learning and do require a lot of patience. Even if you're using this with a phone, you will still have to balance it, unlike the mobile phone gimbals which you can just pretty much attach and start using. If you wish to check out balancing, I will highly recommend the Moza video about it, or subscribe to this channel for the future videos in which we will also cover it. A link to the video will be over here. Now let's take a look at the modes on Moza Mini P. When you power the gimbal, you are by default in the pan mode. In this mode, all the axes are locked in to be able to ensure that you get the most smoothest looking footage. Here is a quick comparison of Moza Mini P hosting a Canon 77D in state of walking, ninja walking, which is basically soft walk, and running. Here is a similar looking setup with Samsung S20 Plus on top of the Moza Mini P. By double pressing the bottom button on the joystick, you will enter sports mode. Unlike the pan mode where the gimbal will take some time to point the camera in your direction, in the sports mode it does it instantaneously. By triple pressing the same button, you enter the inception mode. Inception mode is used to control the camera to rotate in the roll direction for shooting upside down on rotating footage. In this mode, you can rotate the camera in a full 360-degree turn, giving you the same look from the Inception movie. To cancel any mode, you need to press the same buttons again. Double pressing the left hand side button will take you into the first person mode. Unlike the pan function where the camera moves in a horizontal direction towards the subject, in the first person view it moves in the direction of your wrist. Pressing and holding the trigger also enables the first person mode. Double pressing the trigger at any point recenters the gimbal. And triple pressing the trigger gets you into selfie mode. Triple pressing the W button on the gimbal automatically starts a calibration of the entire gimbal based on what's placed on it. If something is not balancing correctly, the gimbal will start vibrating, alerting you to reposition the object. Rest of them are the basic joystick function which will help you move the camera right, left, pan, zoom, etc. Here are some quick shots from the Moza Mini P. One of the best features of the mobile phone gimbal is the ability to connect them to phones and apps and sync the functions. Moza doesn't disappoint over here as well. Download and start the Moza Genie app. If your gimbal is switched on, you will automatically get an option for connection. Click on the connection button and you can pair up the gimbal now with your phone. The interface is neat and clean, but operating it via the joystick is a bit slow. And the interface isn't smooth, so most of the time I end up touching the screen to change modes. Now if you're paired up using the buttons on the joystick, you can change modes between photo, video, trajectory delay, time-lapse or slow motion. The zoom in zoom out function works perfectly with the joystick directly and is quite instantaneous without any delays. There are quite a few other functions which I never knew at the time of buying this gimbal as well. For instance, the live broadcast mode. I am super excited about it. By using something like StreamYard, you might be able to go directly live through the gimbal. There are many audio related functions on this mobile app as well, which will allow you to capture audio in the way you want. While you're in the app, you will always be able to see battery of your gimbal and the phone. At the same time, if you start a particular mode, the icon for that mode will also come in. This is very handy. Active tracking is a cool feature and could be very helpful if you're doing a shot alone and move around away from your gimbal. Another great feature is the gesture control, and many such functions constantly remind you that this gimbal is targeted to be for individuals trying to shoot vlogs, etc. all by themselves. Clicking on this button will give you advanced control over your entire shooting mode, including frame rates, etc. Also, there are tons of filters which are already built into this app for the person to use. Hey, remember when the video started, the gimbal was mimicking the motion of my phone? Well, where is that? Well, for that you need to download another app called Moza Genie. Keeping the gimbal switched on, start the Moza Genie app. Over here you will get to see a separate icon for Moza Mini P. Click on that and it will start the syncing process. Once synced, it will give you all the function for your gimbal along with the battery life. By clicking the remote control button, you will be able to enter into a mode where you will find a joystick to control the entire operations of your gimbal. There are sensitivity settings available on how much do you want the gimbal to respond on your movement. At the same time, there is one button called the mimic motion. Yes, this is the same one which I started the video with. Clicking on this particular mode will mimic every motion that you're doing with your phone right onto your gimbal. This is possibly the best use of the inbuilt gyro on all of our phones to be able to mimic motion along with the gimbal. One of the other things which can be done really well in this app is to check if your gimbal is correctly calibrated for the kind of object that is placed on it. And this can happen axis by axis, so it's really cool. Well, hope you enjoyed the review as much as I enjoyed making it. If you have made it to the end of the video, I believe you are truly interested in this gimbal or any other gimbals. Hence, do subscribe to the channel as this isn't a review piece. I bought it out for my personal use. So you will see more of it in the future videos as well on this channel. I will see you in the next one.